Okay, I thought I'd show you putting this insert in. So this is kind of the manual way, but I've got a box end wrench here. It's actually a ratcheting wrench, which actually makes it pretty easy to work with. And then you got to get your Allen key in. And I've just got a limited, about a quarter turn that I can make here. So you've got to hold the wrench, which holds the hex piece against the insert. And then you turn the Allen key up. Like I say, I get about a quarter turn. So yeah, I can get down there. And you just keep working it around until the thread sort of bottoms out. All of a sudden it'll get really hard to turn, and that's when you stop. So yeah, if you're in a tight spot, that's the only way to put those things in. So yeah, I'll have that one replaced, and hopefully I don't have to replace any of the other ones. This one wouldn't be too bad here. I can get straight in on that one, because hopefully I put everything back in here, and that'll be the last time it's out, if I'm lucky. I've had these panels in and out so many times. That's where having the threaded inserts is so much nicer than the plastic push pins, because every time you take one of those out, something breaks or gets loose, and then you have to either glue it back in, or you have to do something anyway. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you how to do one of those by hand. It's sort of a tedious way to go compared to the 16-inch tool. It just pops them in a few seconds, where this takes a few minutes to crank them in by hand. But sometimes you got to do that. Yeah, there we go. So I got the insert in there. Just thought I'd show you a close-up of this tool. It's like a hex piece of metal, and then it has the little knurling around the hole, and that locks into the fixed part of the threaded insert, so it kind of keeps it pushed in and keeps it from spinning. So that's why you have to hold this with a wrench. And yeah, one of these ratcheting wrenches worked really well. For the first part, as you turn the Allen key down, you can ratchet the wrench the other way. Yeah, and then when you get to the end, you basically flip the ratchet the other way, because then you've got to loosen the Allen screw to pop it out of the threaded inserts. Yeah, there we go. Got a steel insert in that one. Yeah, this one's a little tight because you have to put the screw in a little bit of an angle, and then that's why I had to go with an Allen screw, because you've got to get in like this. And even with the Allen key, I usually use one of the ball end Allen keys in there, because you have to come in at a slight angle. And I think that's why the aluminum one got cross-threaded once, and the last time I tightened it up, it just popped free, and it's like, whoops, there it goes. I got that one replaced, and then I've got the two front ones are now 1/4-20, so I got rid of those 1024 smaller screws. The other reason I like the 1/4-20s is I've got a bunch of these eye bolts. Any place I want to, I can put one of these eye bolts in, so I can just replace the 1/4-20 Allen screw with an eye bolt, and then I have a place to hook bungee straps to. So any place I want to, I can just swap out a bolt for an eye bolt, and now I've got a tie-down point. Pretty darn secure. I mean, this is screwed into the sheet metal of the body, and it's not going to pull out. And you can't do that with the plastic push pins. So put these anywhere I need to and have some tie-down points. Okay, I got all the screws in. Everything looks like it's going to fit. This isn't a flat panel by any means. It bends down in the middle a little bit. Yeah, up at the front, there's quite a bend around there. It bends in at least a 1/2 inch, 12, 13 millimeters bends in, and then it's kind of dished a little bit. All the bolt holes line up, and I've got 2 bolts there, and yeah, there's one right down there, and then there's the seat belt bolt down below that holds the bottom, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 over there, and the little storage cubby over there fits in there. Still waiting on my switch to show up so I can mark and cut the hole for the switch to pop in there, so that'll probably be down here someplace. Everything fits. Panel looks pretty good. I'll get the the back panel painted and get that in there. So anyway, stay tuned for updates, and as always, thanks for watching.